Welcome back with us. The annual Race to the Sky begins this weekend. The race commemorates the dogs and soldiers that served at Camp Remini. And MTN's Alexi Aguayo is live now in the studio to give us some history. Alexi?
Thank you, Jessica. Camp Remini was a war dog reception and training center. I sat down and spoke with the soldier who not only helped train the dogs, but also co-founded the Race to the Sky competition. In 1943, Camp Remini housed about 800 sled dogs, 100 pack dogs, and 125 soldiers. The dogs were being trained for the invasion of Norway in World War II. Camp Remini was one of just 2 camps with the dog training program.
I just like driving the dogs.
99-year-old Dave Armstrong entered Camp Remini when he was 22 years old in 1943. Dave's duty at the camp was to train the dogs, but the invasion of Norway ended up being canceled, and the dogs and soldiers at Camp Remini transitioned into a search and rescue team for planes down in places like Alaska and Greenland.
One of the things I made sure of, that the pilot's mother was notified, dead or alive.
Dave and his team also retrieved thousands of dollars worth of equipment for the U.S. government. When Dave returned to Montana after the war, he came back and he had enough dogs to form his own team in dog sledding.
Then up in the northwest corner, there seemed to be several guys that had teams of dogs, and we finally organized a race every year.
He eventually helped form the Governor's Cup sled dog race in 1986. The race would eventually become the Race to the Sky competition. Dave competed in the race into his 80s. This year's Race to the Sky competition will be held this weekend with vet checks beginning tomorrow at 1 p.m. in Lincoln. All races begin Saturday at 2 in the afternoon. Reporting in the studio, I'm Alexi Aguayo, MTN News.
All right, such a neat story. Thanks so much for sharing that with us, Alexi. Coming up